Good morning, students. We will start off with a revision of the rest of the topics that are left out from the second chapter. Glands. Glands are nothing but organ that brings about a secretion. Now let's see what are the various glands that help in digestion of food. First one is salivary glands. It secretes saliva. It has got the enzyme called as amylase. So starch is converted into sugar, that is nothing but maltose in presence of enzyme amylase. Next is liver. Liver secretes bile juice. Okay, it acts on fats. Fats is converted into fatty acid and glycerol. This is known as emulsification of fats. Pancreas. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice contains amylase and trypsin. Amylase acts on starch and it is converted to simple sugar, whereas trypsin acts on protein and it is getting converted to amino acid. Next we will move on to nutrition in ruminants. All ruminants are herbivores. What is this cud? Ruminants first swallow food and regurgitate. Regurgitate means they bring back a semi-digested form known as cud. And this process is known as rumination. Now the ruminants have four chambers: rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. Rumen is the largest chamber and it stores food and partially digested, and the food is partially digested into cud. Reticulum. It returns a cud back to the mouth for rumination. Smallest chamber. Omasum is the smallest chamber where excess of water in food is absorbed. Abomasum, it is a true stomach and gastric juices are secreted. This is very important. The ruminants have bacteria and protozoa living symbiotically in cecum. Okay, that's why they are able to digest cellulose. Now let's move on to the activity to study the action of saliva. We are taking a beaker, in that we are adding 10 grams of wheat and we are trying to dissolve it in 25 to 30 ml of water. From this we are taking 5 ml of wheat slurry. Slurry is semi-liquid mixture and to that we are adding iodine. So violet color is seen. It means it indicates the presence of starch. Next, we are collecting 5 ml of saliva from the mouth and we are putting it in a test tube and we are leaving it to settle it down for some time. Slowly froth will rise up and saliva will form a layer at the bottom. And we are taking 10 ml of wheat slurry plus we are adding 2 ml of saliva. And we are keeping it in an incubator. Incubator maintains the temperature and the temperature that is maintained is 37 degrees Celsius. Now, we are dividing it into two contents and we are conducting a starch test. Here, starch test will be negative because what has happened is since saliva has got amylase, it is breaking down. It has broken down the substance into sugar or the starch into sugar over here. That's why the starch test will be negative. But Benedict's test will be positive. Benedict's test is a test for sugar to find out the presence of sugar. So what has happened is starch in the presence of amylase is broken down to sugar and that is detected by Benedict's test. So wheat is converted into simple sugars by saliva. This is a very important activity. Kindly go through your textbook once again. So I am done with the revision of the second chapter. Go through the textbook and see if you have any doubts with respect to this chapter.